The second part, I think, of this time, hopefully, that we're taking to really look inside is, and I like to call this, and I like to do this at least once a year, I would say more than that, what I call an oh my God moment, which means what area of your life, and we all have different parts, we're husbands, we're wives, we're parents, we're children, we're in business, we're teachers, we're leaders, and so on. What part of your life can you look at and you say, I thought it was going so, I was doing so well in this, or I was doing this so right, and oh my God, I'm so either off the mark, or I need to change so much in this area.
But how do you come to that moment?
Thinking. You really have to, think of yourself. Okay.
Not just thinking, you have to first make a commitment to yourself that you're going to be honest no matter what. I often say to people, because I do a lot of different podcasts, and they always ask, like, if we talk about a concept or idea, well, so what's the first step? How do we get there? And I always say that you need to be able to give yourself the permission to be honest and do nothing with it. Because I find very often that people lie to themselves, or they're unwilling to see the truth, because then they have to take an action that they don't feel they're ready to do, or that it's too overwhelming, or they can't do it alone, or they have fear. So I always say, do nothing with the information. Just give yourself permission to access it.
Interesting. Right. Look at the important areas of your life.
The ones that matter to you most.
The ones that are important, that are really important, the ones that matter to you. Not for the purpose of beating yourself up, but for the purpose of becoming a better version of yourself in this next year. Go through all of them. How do I become a better parent? How do I become a better spouse? How do I become a better leader? How do I become a better boss? Whatever positions are important. And there must be some area of your life that as you think about it, you're like, oh, wow, that one needs a lot more work than I thought. And if not sure you're really going through this process, this internal look and searching properly. And
by the way, it doesn't mean that you're failing now. It
absolutely not.
No, because for instance, let's say I was looking at, I want, how am I as a mother, right? And not how do I think I am, but what do I think the experience of me is for each of my children, right? And if I'm honest and I put myself in their shoes, then I'm able to see myself hopefully through their eyes and say, okay, well, I probably wasn't as attentive when they came home that day and shared X, Y, and Z, or I was busy thinking about this, or I was late for something, or whatever it was. And when you give yourself that feedback, then because your desire, again, is your desire to be, let's say, a great mother or father or whatever it is.
Great, right? It was good enough.
Then you're going to be able to, I think, access truth.
Yes. In all the areas that are important to us, if you really take the time to think and say, how do I get better in every single one of them? What are the things that I need to do? What are the focus that I need to put in this part or that part? I strongly, strongly believe that if there isn't at least one, oh my God moment, you're probably not looking deep enough or long enough. And the problem with that is then you're not really going to change enough over this next year.